So welcome back to Coffee and Conversation with Performers Hub.
Yeah.
So have you done a Stedfords or, competitions?
Oh, yes, I did do one.
So you didn't love them then?
No, well, I must admit, I was very young and I did a song and tap.
Song and dance.
Yeah, song and dance, and it was tap at the Ballarat. What do they call them? The Ballarat.
Ballarat?
Oh, what?
Ballarat to Stedford.
No, something. South Street Comps. That was it.
Ah.
Yeah, and I did that, and
They're pretty famous.
yeah, very famous, and I did it once and never wanted to do it again. But I think it might have just been because I was doing so much anyway.
Right.
I was working as a child actor and doing commercials and all sorts of stuff. So for me, it wasn't ideal because it takes up a lot of time to do it. But there's also a for, isn't there,
Oh, yeah. I
for
mean,
doing them?
I think I did a few Stedfords or,
Yeah.
competitions when I was at uni.
Mm.
I hated them.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated them. I was more nervous than any audition, and I put myself through terrible performing experiences,
Yeah.
singing outside with no microphones, just painful stuff. But I really didn't like them, and I did okay. I did okay, and honestly, the comments that they gave were really true. Really helpful actually when I stood back and I looked at them. But it was just something. So I didn't persist, and I kind of regret that I didn't take it further to the point where it became a comfort zone.
Why is
something.
that? Why is that?
Because, and it's only since we've had our own kids, because I've watched Hamish go through lots of the Stedfords, and the other kids go through these dance and aerobics competitions. And for a while there, I thought, oh, why do you want to compete in dancing? It's not a sport. It's different. It's a cooperation thing. But I've watched them grow over the years, and I've been involved in it, been part of it. I was coach for some of their teams, and I did the stretching and everything for them.
Yeah.
I've been very closely involved over the years. But watching them, there is a different energy to preparing for a competition than if they're just dancing each week.
Yeah.
And it's something about, any preparation for any performance is intense and focused. And I love teaching the exam students, and I love teaching the people who are auditioning, because it's so much more interesting because they want it. They're really geared towards it. And it's the same for competitions. And I realized that working towards a goal that is as big as that makes people give more, and so they grow more.
Yeah.
And so the plus side is the growth.
Yeah, well, I've certainly noticed in those competitions that our kids do, the kids that have been in the competitions, not just ours, all the kids have been growing and getting better and better and better. And so everyone is like, although they're competing against each other, there's still a huge amount of camaraderie, isn't there? They all love each other and they all support each other. It's a great thing that happens, but they still know that they're competing against each other. And the standard has been going up and up every single year. Yeah. And, whether it be, huge or small, it doesn't really matter. The thing is, they're all growing because of it.
Yeah.
And, as I said to you, I had enough to do when I was a kid.
Yeah, you were busy.
And, I was doing other things where these competitions are a huge part of our kids' lives, and all the kids that do them. That's
definitely
a huge part of their year.
And it's a big, huge performance. They're like theatre performances and stadium performances. And, some of the competitions that Hamish has done as a singer, some have been quite small audience.
Yeah, little rooms,
But others have been really big, big venues and huge. And that is another thing, it puts them in the place of being comfortable performing for a very large audience in a very large. I remember Phoebe the first time she was up. She was like 5 or something, and she walked out and she was like a rabbit in front of headlights for about 3 seconds. Suddenly she saw from the other side, she'd been watching her sisters, and suddenly she was on the stage. And we thought, oh, she's going to be all right. And then she caught her sister's eye and the music started and off she went, you know, and she was fine. She's never looked back.
No.
She's never
Can't get her off.
But it is, so to be able to comfortably go out and stand in front of a very large audience and be yourself and do your best.
Do your thing.
It's really great.
Well, I suppose what we're saying here is that don't knock back any chance of getting out there and performing. And that's whether you're doing, you know, a local performance or whether you're doing competitions of Stedfords. If you get a chance to do any of it, get out there and do it. Because it's giving you another chance to perform in front of people. It'll give you different situations and different people to perform in front of. So, and it's not always that comfortable. You know, I mean, I've performed in tents and all sorts of places, you know, and you just know how to handle it. You know how to, you know, deal with that situation. You just say, right, we can't go on from this side anymore. We have to come on from there only. And you work out a whole concert that way. And sometimes we've had corded microphones where we've worked out choreography of walking around each other and all that sort of thing. So that all goes out the window. So a Stedfords and stuff won't do that for you. But the thing is, you are putting yourself out in front of new people all the time. And it's just giving you that chance to perform. So really, it's, you know, a great experience.
Also, if you're a teacher, a Stedfords can be a really good friend. I've often sent my students off to a Stedfords who've been maybe just a little unwilling to
take
on some of the teaching I'm offering, where I know it's something that will benefit them. And they've come back and said, hey, you know what, they've said exactly what you've been saying the last 6 months.
Isn't that amazing?
So it can be nice to have a little ally in your pocket.
Yeah, there's a bit of support there for you.
And the same with exams, you know, whilst they can be nerve-wracking and they can be stressful, all of this, the more people do them, the more they get from them. And they are a really useful tool and a great way to try things out and just get in front of an audience in different circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. And gives them a lot of focus instead of just going aimlessly week to week doing their lessons and not having anything to strive for. It gives them that sort of focus too, doesn't it? So for you as a teacher or for you as a student. You know, it's a great thing to have.
So I'm a convert.
Yeah, well, I certainly am. Yeah. I wish, I don't wish I'd done it.
No. I kind of wish I had, though. Yeah. I do. I think it would have been really interesting and really beneficial at certain times in my life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wasn't to be.
Wasn't to be. That's okay. I found other ways.
Yeah. Well, look, I hope you enjoyed that and found that useful. Because it's certainly a huge area in any performer's life these days. And so just get out there and do it.
And don't be afraid.
Wherever you can.
As with anything, the more you do it, the better it gets for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all we've got for now. Join us again for Coffee and Conversation and Performers Hub. Bye for now.
Bye.